your remaining radio dial. The first Judgment Day is here to know who gets the tickets to the final of the FIFA World Cup. And tomorrow will be the second Judgment Day to know who faces who wins tonight. My name is Oladapo Kunubi. Welcome to the 939 World Cup show on the Kickoff Sports Show on Solutions 939 FM. Well, this morning we've got more to look at on that particular game going down, France versus Spain. Well, is it going to be France that has got lesser finishers in that team, most especially a team focusing on Kylian Mbappe and we've not seen more of Barcola, but we've seen Dembele as well. Or we're going to be facing looking at a team that's got other players, a team that's got a man who comes from the bench to help out. Talking about the Spanish La Liga, the Spanish team under De La Fuente. So is it about the Shams or De La Fuente? Welcome to the 939 World Cup show. Well, in the course of the show, we have Duke and Dave who will be joining me on that side. I don't know, maybe his thoughts would have changed ahead of the semi-final clash going down 8 p.m. Nigerian time for the semi-final of the FIFA World Cup. Remember, you can jump on our Facebook fan page this morning. It is Solutions 939 FM. Solutions 939 FM on Facebook, or just use facebook.com/Solutions 939 FM and jump on the Facebook fan page, YouTube channel to predict who you like to see in the final of the FIFA World Cup between France and Spain. All right, now let's join Duke Dan David this morning, who's on the other side. Well, things might have changed between yesterday when we had a discussion and this morning. I don't know if your thoughts have changed. Good morning, Duke Dan Dave.
Yeah, good morning. What a wet Tuesday morning here in the city of Ibadan.
Yeah, it is.
I'm grateful enough to be talking about sports.
Yeah,
and I'm excited to be here. My stats or my prediction hasn't changed. I'm still saying that the Blues to go ahead in today's semi-final game. They are an annex of African continent and they are representing us pretty well. So I think they should get their mojo right and lift up. They are favourite to lift the trophy.
Okay, so talking about the annex of Africa or African football. We cannot say the annex of African football because I don't think they do things like Africans. But now, according to reports we got yesterday, was that Kylian Mbappe was unable to complete Monday's final training session before their World Cup semi-final against Spain. I don't know. I know they have a bench, but they've always been able to finish up a game before expecting a player to come from the bench. But you look at the Spanish national team, they have players who always come from the bench and get the job done. What do you think De La Fuente will be thinking today, playing against France that is yet to lose a game or even draw?
Yeah, for the French team, they are yet to lose a game and they are coming to this semi-final with high hopes. Looking at the pedigree or the antecedent of how they have gotten here, and for me, Mbappe not having his final training yesterday might just be another way to shock the Spaniard. If you believe what is emanating from the French bench team, that might just have a bad psychological effect on them. But like I said, for the Spaniard, they had a player who's always coming in from the bench and banging in all the goals. Perhaps this time around, he might not be able to do so, because I feel that if you've done it once, you've done it twice, then they won't allow you to do the third time. So I think the French team, the defense line also will be preparing ahead that what if Merino is being called upon to come in the second half? We've seen the havoc that he can create, so we won't sleep on this, and there will be no snoozing on the bicycle for the French team.
Have you been disappointed so far about Lamine Yamal?
Yeah, for me, I don't expect much. Permit me to use that word. Lamine Yamal is a gifted player. He has done pretty much for himself, looking at considering his age. But if I look at other players that were doing fabulously well at his age, I don't think he has done extremely. I don't think, and so all this hype around him, for me, I water it down. So I really didn't have any huge expectation coming from his own side. Maybe till he start winning something of high reputation, then maybe I'll hold him in high esteem. But for now, he's not the kind of player I put high hopes on. And for me, he talks too much more than what he does on the pitch of play.
Okay, because of the way you're looking at this, maybe I'm of a different opinion here. If you're saying that if he has won something with a high reputation, he won the La Liga with Barcelona, right? And he has been fantastic for the Spanish team.
Between me and you, now only two teams de La Liga now. And last season, now only Barca came to play. Now that they have
so what happened to Real Madrid? What happened to Real Madrid?
I can now judge them.
What happened to Real Madrid?
They didn't come to the party. They never had a coach.
But they fired their coach. If they didn't have a coach, they wouldn't have even hired. They wouldn't have hired or even fired.
And that's what I'm saying. But now they have a coach. They have a coach, and we'll see what will happen to the Barca team.
But remember,
if they don't go, they buy Karim Adeyemi. We'll go see what to go do them.
Remember, Kylian Mbappe was in that same Real Madrid squad last season. We still have Lamine Yamal in that same Barcelona team. They played the El Clasico. We saw who the king, the king that emerged in the El Clasico. Maybe they might be bringing in that competition into the game today.
Aside from having gifted player, there's a role of a tactical. There's a role of tactics when it comes to the coach at the end of affairs. The players can be good, they can be gifted, but when it comes to the dynamism of what you expect your player to turn out, it all boils down to what the coach passed through. How did coach have a better understanding of the game? And for me, last season, I don't think they had a better coach. That's why I said they were changing coaches like they were changing diapers. So I will really judge the La Liga this season because Mourinho is back. With no Mourinho, La Liga is dead. The only person that is proving stunts is Diego Simone. And that one at times they be like saying Steve.
Okay. So, but now looking at the way situation is here, but let's look at the France national team as well. We look at the Dembele, Mbappe, the combination, having some players even for N'Golo Kante is even yet to kick a ball at the World Cup. So maybe they have some players that they're still resting for a game like this, because you lose this, you will be battling for the third place, but it won't really look like what you came for.
Yeah, I think like you mentioned, the French team have a star-studded side. If you look at the bench and the caliber of players they are yet to use, then you keep wondering that, okay, if the first team does not gel, the second team can come and do the havoc. If Mbappe is not playing, there's Bakola that can also step in and do the damage. So if the area of stars you have are not doing enough justice, then there are players you can call out to the bench. Likewise, the Spanish team as well. If the players on the pitch of play are not doing the damage, there's a Merino that comes in and banging the goals. So it's going to be looking at, for me, it boils down to who wants this most. And I think permit me to say this, I'm rooting for the French team to actually go and carry the day. I will prefer them winning the tournament to the South Americans.
But now let's look at the back end, same as the goalkeepers. Yes, Simon considered his first goal in the last game. Looking at the Spanish team, you have a man who, yes, looking at how the squad is, he has considered more than Simon here. But you look at the defenders. Digne, Saliba, Upamecano, Koundé, and you look at that of the Spanish team, Poro, Kubasi, Lapo, Cucurella. I see more of energy to tactics between the two defense going into the game today. More of a strength versus tactics. Maybe these guys can be the ones to change the game, because you look at Spain, that is banking on false nine compared to a front that has Mbappe up front compared to Yazabal and having an Olise. Maybe Olise has not been that fantastic like we saw him at his club side. And look at the defense as well.
But he has gotten enough assists. He hasn't scored the goals, but his assist has been on point. And, he plays effortlessly. At times when he's with the ball, you really think he's not doing much. But then by the time you see the defender scrambling for help, then he has done pretty much. His overall game performance might look a bit quiet, but when he's with the ball, he can do the unthinkable. I prefer him to Lamine Yamal. I won't even compare. For me. But like I said, the defense line would have pretty much in their plates, especially the Spanish side, because I will be wondering how they will cope with Dembele and Kale Mbappe. Those two guys, they can outrun your defense. They are gifted. Dembele can use both sides of the feet, and you really can't tell which one has the most which one carries the most powerful shot. If you think you swap to the left, you can do it you can do disaster also from the right. So I think it will boil down to experience and the defenders making sure you don't snooze at any time and they have their eyes wide open to actually prevent any error. Costly errors.
Okay, now preventing costly errors and looking at what will be going down today. We're done with the analysis. Now let me look at your prediction this morning. All right, Duke and Dave, I know you are backing France all the way. 90 minutes, is it going to be 90 minutes victory, extra time, or go to penalty? And let me get your score line. Let's go.
It's going to be a draw that will be decided in 90 minutes, and the French team will progress through by 2-1.
France to win by 2-1 in 90 minutes.
2-1. Yep.
In 90 minutes.
In 90 minutes, it's not. Yes, it's 90 minutes. 90 minutes straight. No dulling.
No dulling. Duke and Dave like Mr. Whiskey. Don't dull. All right. Thank you so much. But before we go, we know Jordan Pickford has been talking ahead of tomorrow's game between England and Argentina. Let's listen to Jordan Pickford, the goalkeeper of the Three Lions of England.
It's a great honour, and we're reaching targets that we want to reach, and we're reaching levels that we want to reach, and we want to keep pushing, and we know the end goal, but we always take it step by step. And our first chapter was to get through the group stage, and then when the manager mentioned about going through the grind of Mexico and Congo, and we know every game's a challenge, and now our next challenge is Argentina, and we'll be set up for and ready for them.
Does it feel special?
Yeah, it feels special, but we're also, it's a job, and we've got that togetherness and that mentality that we want to keep pushing, and it's another game of football against a top nation, and that's what
Okay, Jordan Pickford there is going to be a tough one, and looking at how the team has also struggled from the knockout round. I mean, I think they had interesting group stage, but going to the knockout phase was difficult for England. But you heard what Jordan Pickford said. He almost, at some point in time, we always see him as an error goalkeeper, but I think he has been able to adjust himself. Maybe most of his errors have not really been obvious at the World Cup.
Yeah, I think the players of the defense line and every other player in that team has done what is expected of them, and they have tried as much as possible not to expose the keeper, because he loses concentration at times, and you wonder the kind of goals that he chips in. But I think that has not we've not seen that at full glare during this tournament, and going into the semi-finals against the Argentine side, I think we need to watch out for Jude Bellingham again. He has been in sterling performance ever since this tournament got underway, and he might also be the player to light up the day again. England are here now, and I think they won't get here. And now that they are here, I think high hopes on them, and they can do the unthinkable and stun the Argentines. A whole lot of people are believing that if that happens, the fans all over the world will be excited, because there's this conspiracy theory people are propounding that Messi is always having it easy heading into the finals. But the English team are there, and I believe that the Three Lions can cage the Argentine side.
Okay, you just spoke about cage right now. The only thing we see in cage, more in cage, is dog, chicken, sometimes lion, wild animals. It shows that Argentina can look very wild, but sometimes the cage can be like the wooden one and not like the barbed wire. But let's keep it that way. Dukes and Dave, we'll stick to your predictions 2-1 in favor of France tonight against the Spanish team. I wish your team all the best tonight, and we talk tomorrow morning on the 939 World Cup show.
All right, thank you very much, and have a wonderful wet Tuesday.
All right, you too. All right, the 939 World Cup show for today is over. We'll move to the other side where we look at other sporting stories. Do not go anywhere. Football fans, wake up! The road to 2026 FIFA World Cup starts here! Get the latest World Cup news, team update, fixtures, analysis, predictions, and all the football drama around the FIFA World Cup. Tune in to the 939 World Cup show every weekday at 8 a.m. on Solutions 939 FM throughout the 2026 FIFA World Cup window. With your predictions, winning you fantastic prizes like jersey, cash, airtime, and mobile data. Yo, my guy, you don't want to miss this one. 15 minutes, one tournament, endless excitement. The 939 World Cup show. Only on Solutions 939 FM. Your remedy radio dial.
For una right. This message is from Baba Solutions. Chief Adegboyega Taufik Adegoke, FCA. Get your PVC ready today for the election in Oyo State 2027.
All right, well, we know it's wet out there, but for the Super Falcons of Nigeria, 10-time champions of the African Women's Cup of Nations, they're eyeing the 11th title right there in Morocco, where they won the 10th edition. Updates we are getting from the camp is we have more players coming to the camp, but we're also getting expectations and reactions from the players ahead of the outcome going down in the North African country Morocco. Chiamaka Nadozie, Super Falcons goalkeeper, has revealed the mindset guiding the Super Falcons as they prepare to defend their Women's Africa Cup of Nations title at this month's tournament in Morocco. Now, according to the Brighton shortstopper, the reigning champions are fully focused and approaching their title defense with determination, discipline, and the mentality of taking each game as it comes. Nadozie also played down suggestions that some groups are tougher than others in the 3-week 16-team tournament, which will be staged across Rabat and Casablanca. Now, moving away from that, let's talk transfer updates on the show this morning, same as the manager is talking about their plans for the new Premier League season coming soon. All right, now let's talk about Bayern Munich remaining confident that striker Harry Kane will sign a new long-term contract, while Arsenal are ready to move to sign Atletico Madrid forward Julian Alvarez. According to reports we are getting, reports we got yesterday was more about Julian Alvarez and maybe Barcelona will be missing out on this man. That's one. But now let's talk about a man, Andre Santo, who is now a Manchester United player, spoke about the decision for moving from London to Manchester and playing under Michael Carrick.
Yeah, so I'm so happy to be here. So I'm excited to meet my teammates. It's a pleasure to be here. So you know, Manchester United is the biggest club of the world. So I'm so happy to be here. When I spoke with my wife about this club, and she said for me, "Wow, we have to go, have to move," and you know this is a pleasure for me. So when my agent sent message to me, and he said to me, so Manchester United wants to, and I say, wow, we have to go. So you know, I know very well the history, so how big this club are, and now I'm so happy. I'm so excited to enjoy with my teammates. It's number 17, I like it because in my last season I did very well with him. And when I asked, and he said to me, yeah, number 17 is free for you. And I said, okay, I'm so happy to wear this number. Yeah. So, you know, I know very well. I watch many games from Manchester United. And the characteristics is a little bit the same. So, you know, we like to play with the ball. We like win trophies, win games. So I think this matchup is perfect for us.
One of the new faces you'll be seeing with another team in the Premier League. That is Santos. Now he's got that jersey number, also revealing the decision to move very fast to Manchester United. Well, Xabi Alonso is another new face you'll be seeing, not as a player, but in the dugout for Chelsea. Well, he has come out to say that all he wants to see is to see the hunger from the players this new season.
Yes, I'm sure, and I have felt already that they want to have a good season. After last year, we were starting from zero in some new faces from the staff, from the manager, but they are really keen on whatever we are doing. We can't really tell that much. It's just 4 days with some players, but you see that the energy is good, the excitement is there, and we need to prepare well. We have time for that. And I said before, it's very important that we build the right mentality to compete. We build the right basics, essentials on daily basis to be ready for the weekends.
The players who...
Xabi Alonso, a man with discipline, and he has once played in the English Premier League, most especially with Liverpool. And looking at how he will be feeling at the moment, maybe some Liverpool players may be wanting or eyeing a move to Chelsea. But now let's talk about Andoni Iraola, who is talking about more players to sign, and let's see how that works. But here is Iraola, the new coach for Liverpool.
We've signed 2 players already, but we need more players. We know this. The club is working on this. Me as a coach, selfishly, you want the players here the day one, ready to train from the pre-season. But we understand that football doesn't work like this, no? And I know the club is working hard to get those signings, and I'm trying obviously to help also. I think we have to accept there are difficult situations right now in terms of, if I would say, both sides. A lot of senior players leaving, very important players that have achieved almost everything here in the club, and also some of the very important players injured. You know, we haven't started training, and we already have, especially in cases of Uwe Kitike, Conor Bradley, Giovanni Leoni, long injuries.
And we also hope that there won't be more excuses for Andoni Iraola, talking about some of the top players getting injured and how they will be fit. Now, let's move away from football. Let's talk tennis this morning. Well, Croatia Open in Umarj, ATP 250 is ongoing, and 3 p.m. today, Valentin Royal will take on Alex Molkard as Marco Topo battles Camilo Ugo Carabelli. Matas Dogic will be up against Pablo Carreno Bosta. Federico Gaston Gomez will be up against Nils McDonald, as well as Ziga Zesko against Daniel Merida Aguilar. Last game for today, we'll see Chochan Jorget against Alexander Blocks. That's for the tournament going down in Croatia. Well, for the Swedish Open ATP 250, Sebastian Offner will be up against Thiago Agustin Tirante. We've got more games to go down, but last game for today, we'll see Max Darlin against Sebastian Baez. We have more to also go down. Swiss Open in Gotthard, where we have Juan Manuel Cerundolo taking on Zdenek Kola by 9:30, and Jami Faria against Stans Wawrinka by 4:30 p.m. For the ladies, well, a lot of games have been cancelled at the Lassie Open WTA 250, but some games are going down. Emiliano Arango will take on Tamara Zidansek, and the last game for that we'll see Elinka Amariel against Elsa Jacomot. Well, now we'll switch to gears this morning. Yes, it's cold outside, and remember the kidnapped victims who have been rescued at Orire local government. Now they should be feeling the warmth and happiness as they're back to they got handed over to Oyo State Governor yesterday at the governor's office, and Mr. Governor came out, called on the foreign bodies to investigate on what happened days ago that kept teachers and pupils of the Orire local government with kidnappers. Comrade Ayode Jadishokwe is on the other side this morning with Comrade Oja Sokwe. They are ready to look at everything that happened and everything that has happened. Now the freed, rescued victims at Orire local government have been handed over to the state government. You listened to the statewide broadcast of Mr. Governor yesterday, and now maybe going beyond what we are thinking. Mr. Governor is not taking this lightly. He's saying foreign bodies must investigate. Top of the morning to you, Comrade Ayode Jadishokwe.
Good morning to you, my dear comrade brother.
The way to go by Mr. Governor.
Yes, what issues did the governor raise? Accountability. Accountability is very important, and when we have accountability, of course, the only thing that the way to go is to be transparent about it. But what does that speak of? It speaks of what I would honestly politically call an escalation. But why not? Accountability, transparency, processes, and then, of course, we all know that there is a huge deficit of trust.
Deficit of trust.
Yes, between the people, between the government and those who govern us.
Comrade, let me just come in here as I wrap up this particular side. Do we say that the federal government was sleeping when we heard the crisis of the old Oyo National Park? Remember, there was an attack.
5 guards.
And nothing was done.
Yeah.
Till some pupils and teachers got kidnapped, and they were in that same national park.
That of the guards, forest guards, was a hit and run attack.
Okay.
It was a reprisal attack, so it was not meant to be an abduction, because the guards.
Yes, it wasn't an abduction.
The guards had been instrumental in exposing them, as it were. So it was a reprisal attack.
Okay.
So it was a hit and run. And you will recall that the governor said they were transborder bandits. And we know that we have a proliferation of non-state actors and all sorts of collaborations from the Sahel to the Maghreb to the West Coast.
Okay. So all this explanation is for those who studied geography, right? Did you write geography in WAEC? How much was your WAEC fee then? How much was your WAEC fee? When you wrote that year there, was it free?
Let me. If I can't remember WAEC fee, I can remember my fee in 100 level. I think it was 16 naira.
That's 16 naira. I don't know what you can get right now. Laffy, Comrade Adedamola Lafewa, looking the Egbasios way this morning. Laffy, how much was your WAEC fee back then in Ibadan Grammar School?
I can't really remember how much exactly I paid. I can't remember now.
Okay.
I can't really remember.
Because if I could remember, I can't also remember my fee back then, but I know that we went to Dugbe, the bank opposite Radio Nigeria, to pay for WAEC. Then we had to go to WAEC office at Ijokodo, to put. But where I'm going to is federal government announced days ago approval of an increase in the WAEC fee, same as NECO. But yesterday backtracked. Do we say that federal government doesn't think? Do we say that they just take decisions until when Nigerians speak?
Well, I think they should have just like the article said, they should have called a kind of a meeting, stakeholders meeting.
Hold it, Laffy, hold it. You discussed that with the Oja Sokpe and Oja Sokpe and Aji Sokpe, the Okpes on that side this morning. Don't worry, you discussed that with Laffy this morning. Well, we've got a lot to talk about on the show, but I know some people are not feeling cold because Comrade Oja Sokpe is not feeling cold this morning. You can look at his tie and his shirt, same as Comrade Aji Sokpe with his coffee this morning. My name is Oladapo Okunubi. I'll be back tomorrow on the Kickoff Sports Show, but do not go anywhere because From the Delays is coming up right now. Good morning.
Maven. Baby cutie, cutie shy. See your cutie, cutie eyes. Oh, pretty, pretty fine. This your beauty make me high. Pretty fine. See your cutie, cutie eyes. You pretty, pretty die. See your beauty make me cry.